Redbeard.
Look, the reality is, 2 of these suck and 1 of them is good. I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna get some corpse spenders, and it's gonna be awesome. I really like Customs Enforcer, but let's spend some corpses, right? You know, I think I'm actually gonna take Metronome here. I feel like my CNE decks that seem good that fail just don't have any ways to draw enough cards. Sinister spends corpses. Down with the ship. I mean, the other cards are garbage. I think this card's okay. I would like a Yodeler, but Airlock Breach. Actually really like Northern Navigation when I have Climactic. You're looking for like Corpsicle, Airlock Breach. You want to find the other spells if this is already in your hand. I just think Handler's too good. Too good at controlling the early game. Happy to take a Yodeler too. Hopefully we can find some ways to utilize it. I'll take the Steward here. I'm not crazy about Steward these days. It's really hard to get a Steward down and not feel like you're falling behind. But if I can find a Corpsicle or another Corpse Spender, it's just kind of helpful for us. These are bad. I can play the Operator to draw the Metronome, or I can take the Hot Air Balloon to try to start triggering the Metronome. I think I'd rather take the Tram. And then if we get a fair amount of 1-drops, we can start to chain more consistently, maybe. These are bad. I think I'll take a Curator. Has a chance to be okay, I think. I do like Eye of Chaos. It's a good way to get some corpses, but Handler's just too good. It's a Metronome's condition hard to fulfill. You just need 1 singular 1-drop. And then it usually has done enough to be a playable card. But if it draws 2 and allows you to curve out at some stage of the game, that's fine. It's hard to draw 10 cards from it, but it's not hard to draw 1 card. 2. I'm gonna keep jamming these, although Pyro's kind of interesting. Keep jamming them. I'm slamming that Wormrest Purifier. I don't care. I don't know what it does, but it's gotta be cool, right? So Mage Scribe or Northern Nav? Probably I just want to take the Northern. Or maybe, just maybe, I want to do something with the Mage Scribe. Alright, still no Corpsicle, but lots of ways to spend corpses. This spends corpses, and this is a better card, but I can get the same card and spend corpses. It also gives me a way to start the Metronome train, in theory. Take a Zuldrak Ritualist, try to convert it into something. I think I'll use this spot to take the Northern Nav and feel okay about it because we have a CNE in the deck. Here I don't feel great. We can take kind of like a filler 3 or a Promo Drake. I think I'll just take the Promo. This card's okay. Probably just taking the Mechanic. Just never have any Drain Ice. Maybe I'd rather have the Bellhop. I have Breach and I have CNE. I think I've actually changed my mind. No Starship pieces. More Handlers. Okay, there's our Corpsicle. That's great. Okay, do I take another Handler? Here's the thing. Yodeler, I don't really have any targets for, other than my Handlers. So, fuck it. Unless it's a better YouTube video if it's, Alright, I'm gonna take Mechanist here, I think. I'll take another Northern Nav, but meh. Ah, that's good. Okay. Now I kind of wish I had, the extra Yodeler. We could take the Kraken, though. Kraken to eat these is okay for corpses. Kraken to eat security, maybe. Second one. And finally, a Starship piece. Okay. Growing up, every year there were fires close, but they never really like threatened where we live. So my family, our family home growing up was in Woodland Hills. Google Maps. Can I go to Google Maps or something? And let's go to Woodland Hills. That was the city that we lived in. I think I could probably pull this up. But anyway, there's the ocean, and then there's just like a big canyon, a forest, and that's the stuff that burns all along like the coast and in there. And then if you get through the entire canyon, then it's like the bottom of the San Fernando Valley, and that's where we lived. So sometimes I look at the map as an adult, and I'm like, man, where are all these places? I never went to any of these places. LA County is the size of Connecticut, if that helps anyone. It's big. I don't know, I could eat this one maybe. Gives me more corpses. Hi, hot stuff. What's up, Bromo? What a nice thing to say. Are there multiple fires going? There were, yeah. Yeah. So I can hit. Oh my god, I can like almost do nothing here. Okay, I'm gonna Ghoul's Night because at some point I'm gonna need an abundance of corpses. Gonna need an abundance. Yeah, I think most of the fires, I think some of the fires are somewhat contained now. Are the LA? The winds have weakened. Dangerous conditions are expected again next week. Well, that ain't good. Okay, what am I doing? Kind of a whole lot of nothing here. You talking about those fires that started to make us forget about the 1% that control us? The same fires? The very same. The very same. Ah, yes. The 1% that control us. Oh no, not this guy again. This time I at least have a board, so. Well, we can try to kill him. Last time we had nothing and could not try. I don't know if I on from that. He hit my 5-2. He hit my other 5-2. Might be time for you to hit here. Man, it may be better for me to just go face rather than like play his Kil'jaeden. If you want to get some pain relief, you have to be a little consistent with yoga, like every day or every other day. I'll post some poses. to help in the Discord. Where's the pain? Upper, mid, or lower? Definitely my lower back. Definitely the Dementors. I will post. Okay, thank you. Sure. It's fun, right? How many cards do I change? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 10? Sure. I wish just change the cards in your hand too, and then it wouldn't feel so bad like drawing your crappy neutrals. Oh. My opponent played it on turn 4. I played a turn 4? I played a turn 3 Kill Jaden. I played a 4 mana 7/7 on 3 with the coin. Earlier this week. And yeah, that probably didn't feel great for my opponent. I discovered it. I used Demonic Studies, and then I think, so that gets it down to 6. I must have used 2 more Demonic Studies. Right? So it was like 3 Demonic Studies, and then a coin. I was 4 times 1 off against him. Oh, like 1 off from killing him? Blue TriStar, thanks for the prime. I mean, what's he gonna do? Trade it? Even if he played it in turn 4, but I couldn't outvalue 1 mana 20/20s. You couldn't? Should have drafted Demon Hunter. Then maybe. Such a supportive message. Put to cookie down. Put to cookie down. Going 7-0 on a Nebulous Shaman feels weird. You're doing great. Have you discovered Nebulous? Do you have the 6 mana weapon? I feel oftentimes the 6 mana weapon can make a not so good shaman deck suddenly seem or perform much better. I'm Demon Hunter only. If I don't get Demon Hunter, I retire. Oh, so you pull a Dreads then. I see, I see. I discovered a Pack the House and played it for 0 mana to make my opponent concede. The Noble Endeavor. Sorry, you might hear some goat sounds. Okay, so what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I just kind of want to kill his guy if I can. Neither Nebula, nor Oracles, nor spell damage on my deck. Is this supposed to be a Home Residence remix? No. No. So what does that do? Does this thing have lifesteal? Oh, it does. Okay. If it has Reborn, it has to have lifesteal, right? played Yogg with 10 spells in it, turn 1 once, and it pyroblasted all 10 spells into my face. That's a true story, or is that an outright lie? What is that?
You're gonna love the way you look.
Posted. Hope that helps. I'm having an okay night. Bernard is too wiggly for his shots, and I missed part of his insulin dose. He's slowly getting better, man. That's great to hear. Except, Bernard, he's gotta take his shots. We need Bernard to get better. Gotta take a few shots every day like a true American. My girlfriend was spectating and saw it, but she goes to another school in Canada. Oh. How did you guys meet? I also don't like this opener. I grant you permission to speak. You know what I would like here is expensive spell. Maybe 2 of these could help. Okay, I'm going to the Discord. Oh, upper back pain. Cat cow pose. Marjayarasana Bitsalana. Stretches and mobilizes the upper back while relieving tension in the shoulders. Repeat 8 to 10. Wait, I need pictures. Oh, he traded. Lower back pain. Okay, that's where I need to be. Bridge strengthens the lower back. I guess I could look them up. Providing a gentle stretch. Hold for 5 to 7 breaths or longer. Cat cow. Reclined pigeon pose. Open the hips. Relieving tension in the lower back. Each hold. Hold each side for 1 to 2 minutes. That's not good. That ain't good. These seem awful. Okay, I don't know. None of that seems acceptable. Just lower back? I mean, I'm sure in the future other parts of my body will hurt. But these days, right now, my lower back is... It's giving me copious amounts of problems. Reclined pigeon is one of my favorites for my back pain. See, now, I thought the reclined pigeon was a sex move. But you know what? I might be mistaken. Usually it has to do with tight hips. My lower back? I mean, I would love some relief. Nice buff, idiot bird.
Twice as hot to cook twice as fast.
Okay, I can't see us getting there. Suppose this is... That's a door. Show your hips, streamer. I could. I could do. I'm playing a song here. Sorry, just draining the lava.
We've created a temporal anomaly.
Interesting. Might have opted to just play this plus the 1 cost thing. that's no good. So what if I hero power and play this? I can like trade, do that and trade off 2 of them. I guess I'd always be able to do this first. What about runes? Runes don't help me. So that's probably the best play I can make, even though it's not a good play, right? Can draw 1/1. I mean, maybe I can live long enough to draw the CNE. Maybe he has a weak turn here. He's somehow holding 4 10-drop taunts. He wasn't holding 4 10-drop taunts. Airlock breach. I don't have enough corpses.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Nothing has passed my house. I never make 2 trips.
Close.
All life must end.
Diado.
They put out a lot of content. You can't put out too much content or people can't keep up. You have to keep in mind that all of this content is made for constructed. So if you release things too quickly, then people will probably lose interest faster because they won't be able to keep up with the amount of money they need to spend to get the newest card. And then you also have to pay people to design the cards, balance the cards somewhat. The art, you have to get the sound effects, you have to get all that stuff. So I think they ride, I'm sure they've looked at statistical models of just how far they can push things while keeping people like engaged. Now if you're talking about arena players' perspective, they don't do much at all. And they could do minimal effort to get dramatically higher engagement from those things for sure. But they put about 0 effort into arena. If you factor in Hearthstone's 10, 11-year history, it's almost 0% investment into arena, so. They plan to make more money this year. The rag skin is going up to $79.99. Yes, but remember, that will be the polka dot pattern. You won't be able to get the regular one. Polka dot pattern will be $79.99. I thought they promised arena revamp. They did. 11 years into the game's life cycle, and we'll see what that yields, but I'm not giving them credit for anything unreleased, and I'm definitely going to acknowledge the fact that they've done almost nothing for 11 years. Maybe the next 11 years will be great for Hearthstone, and will be very arena-centric, and we'll have a lot of limited investment, and it'll be well received, and it'll be well implemented. We're looking at, you know, again, historical precedent may not be there, you know what I mean? May not realistically be there. Making the first card a legendary was nice. Yeah, that's true. Kind of cool. 0 effort revamp, all coming through the director that deleted boards to save costs. I think they saw when they put in that very minimal amount of effort in that 11-year span, making some meaningful changes on the backs of mostly the creator suggestions and actually committing to following through those after Twist failed, Duels failed, Mercenaries failed, Classic Hearthstone failed, so on and so forth. I think they saw the Chinese server shut down and saw huge influxes of players still playing, specifically Arena, and going through great lengths to play Arena and scam Arena and cheat Arena and still playing it, and people playing even though they knew they were getting scammed and realizing that in some capacity they have us by the balls and they can potentially actually make money with a good arena product, as opposed to making whole new game modes from scratch that nobody has interest in, that are poorly designed and not fleshed out, like duels and more specifically Twist, but mercenaries and stuff like that. Do you like the arena only card release? I do. I think the card looks cool. I think it looks neat. They call you Red Balls. You may. I will allow it. This time. I'm at 40. I need to live. Do you think this bozo has reverberate? Maybe. Twist is on hiatus. Thank you very much. Twist failed. Can't believe you'd say that. Yeah, it's coming back. Was it not on hiatus for like 8 months this year? Last year? It's certainly been on hiatus more often than it's actually been playable, no? Second 6, 3, 4, 2. Not enough mana for this, right? I mean, I'm at 30. I just need to live one more turn after this, which might not happen against a main. The new arena mode might be based off of that and go on hiatus for 6 to 7 months at a time. I sincerely doubt it, but it could. I would be surprised. Thing is, this is what I've always said for 10 years, 7 years streaming. This arena is like, it needs such a small amount of effort for such what I would imagine is a substantial like increase in interest or playability or fun or potential revenue. It's always needed such a small amount that it's not like you're building something from scratch and trying to balance like an entirely new thing or create entirely new things for it consistently. You just need to have like a way so that people don't cheat, better rewards, better stat tracking. Some of that seems like stuff they've expressed interest in doing, particularly like the stat tracking, at least being able to display your score, being able to set up different queues with MMR or not, and then maybe a little bit tweak the drafting system with a redraft on loss. That could be cool, and we'll have to see how it feels, but that doesn't inherently seem like a bad thing to me. How many farts does Lori have? I don't know, hopefully she'll share with us. Do you remember when you told me to save my farts because you'd have new channel point redemptions? Yeah, what would you like to redeem? It's Tyler Bielman, he was from Magic. Oh, is he like a new hire or is he the interim guy? My thought is that somebody new probably came in and said, what the hell is this idea? This is stupid. Yeah, let's not, let's not do this. Which was kind of what I told them when they revealed it to the creators, and everybody told me I was like, you know, I said it more politely than that, but I was like, what? Why would anybody, why, this doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make a lick of sense.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and...
The weird thing about Twist is the infrequent changes. Considering the novelty are the changes, having infrequent changes goes against it. I mean, I still can't figure out why it needs to be, like, taken offline, you know, every X amount of months. If I hit there, Kill there. Wait, I need more corpses. I don't just leave it up with a twist that... how many twists have there been? Like 3 or 4? Just leave them up for 3 months instead of 1 month and gone for 6. Like, I don't understand that. My thought would be that like they released it, it bombed, and they're like, oh crap, we can't just leave it up for 3 months being garbage. Let's take it down and say we're like, you know, this was intended and we'll make something good. We'll try to come up with something good in between, and then they just haven't been able to do that. The thing that could work was a classic style system that time walked to specific balance patches. That way the balance could be assured. That was a lot of work. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, a lot of these things require a lot of work. So they haven't been super interested in committing to them. So if I hit here, oh, I can kill this one. I mean, that thing doesn't really do anything. Whereas hero powering and hitting here means I can still trade my guy hero power and shoot again, even if he doesn't trade my guy, which obviously he won't.
I'll take the anchor.
But yeah, I don't know, but my impression was that Twist was kind of like a Matt London idea. And he was head of the modes team, and he was head of the modes team when they released Twist. And everybody kind of, like, I don't know what the word is. Everybody kind of like celebrated Matt for having done so much for Arena, but they really didn't do much at all. I'm not really sure why the perception was that. I think they just did some like balance adjustments, but they hadn't been doing any balance adjustments for a little while again during that period. So like people kind of like gave him credit for that, but it was like they were doing the minimal amount of effort for Arena then too. I guess the minimal amount above total 0, like absolutely nothing. And it seemed like all the work and effort went into actual Twist, and all the passion was for Twist. And then Twist came out and it bombed, and then shortly after, Matt went on to other projects. Well, usually that's not a good thing. When the thing you're working on kind of bombs, and then you no longer work for the company or get assigned to a different kind of unknown low-profile project, that usually, you know, doesn't mean like people were super happy with the results, in my experience. Same thing happened with Overwatch. I don't know much about the Overwatch history or anything, but
Addition to my collection.
it was kind of like, you know, I wouldn't be super surprised if they were just like, oh, well, hey, you spent a year or two making this, nobody likes it, and we can't monetize it. And we paid a bunch of people. We paid a whole modes team, you know? Ciany. Maybe the play for next turn. I'm always gonna hit here. I need to wake this up. So I can give it Reborn. Or I can shoot the 3/3. He has a demon and a minion that's already died. So he can't have anything in his hand that can deal with this right now. That being said, if I shoot this and then that dies and I get an extra board space, maybe that's worth it. I saw TikTokers trying to sell single packs for $25, $30, and $50. Well, the crazy thing is people are paying some of these prices, so I mean, shame on the people charging it, but shame on the people paying it. Like, you can't scalp or like price gouge anybody if people don't buy it, but people are.
Will make a fine addition to my collection.
But yeah, I'm probably just gonna focus on singles. If I can find a little bit for MSRP and I have a little bit of extra money at that time, I'll probably try that, but... I mean, most packs are going to have, what, 20 cents worth of product in them? When you spend $4 or $5 on a pack, it feels bad enough. I don't need to spend 10 or 15 or $25 on a pack. Also, hey, Merc, sorry. How are you? I got finished playing some Puck on a Frozen Pond. Budu Common is worth $4. Pokeball cards are all worth at least 10. Master Balls are at least 30. SARs are extremely rare, but if you hit, Umbreon is currently 1,500. Yeah, but those are gonna be a fraction of that price in a week. I mean, these are pre-sale numbers. I mean, I think the SIRs are gonna stay expensive, but I mean, the Pokeballs are just gonna be, I mean, they're like they're probably gonna be like ARs, right? They're like 1 in 4 or 1 in, 1 or 2 in an ETB. There's no way that those stay that expensive. And I mean, I know the common is playable and constructed, but like, there's no way that stays $4. I mean, it might be 50 cents or whatever instead of 5. So this is the time, to buy it and scalp it if, those prices that won't maintain. I mean, I bought, Iono for $50. I bought Roaring Moon for $50, $45 or something, the Roaring Moon SAR. I bought the Miriam card for $30, 3 months after release. It's just how they always kind of go. But if you got it early, or if you got it day one, the craze for sure you can cash in on if you hit one of the 1 in 200, 1 in 300 SIRs. Even the crappy SIR I saw sold for like 130 or something like that. You gotta flip it quick. Yeah, I never sell anything, but if I had something and I opened like anything other than the Umbreon, I probably would just sell immediately. I think the Umbreon might, like, stay around. I mean, I'll just have it. I would take Corpsicle over that just to fuel it all game, but anyway, I would I could see the Umbreon staying like around the Moonbreon price, even though I don't think it's anywhere close to as cool. But I think it's okay. What's an SAR? The AR are the art rares. Those ones are like just like they're like 1 in 4. They're cool. They're not textured. They're like kind of like the full art Pokemon cards. Sometimes there's like trainers featured with them. And those outside of like the chase Pokemon are usually like $1. The SIRs, or the special illustration rares, are the ones that are textured, that are more like 1 in like 50 or 60 packs usually, but there's usually like 8 or 10 of them. So like if you're trying to get one specific one, it's like 1 in a couple hundred packs. Does that specific one show up? I hate that I'm doing nothing else with my turn here, but you collector? I just collect them, but I haven't really. I've been focusing on Magic the last maybe year or so, 6-8 months here. And link my deck. Throw it in the Discord for me. It will be easier for me to get to. Used to be called Alt Arts, special art rares. Yeah. So it's like the Alt Art equivalent from the Sword and Shield era. But the point was all those cards the chase hits from all the is it Scarlet and Violet? Is that what it's called? Like they all just eventually become kind of reasonably priced, and I think that the evolutions will probably end up the highest of anything so far from that era, but this guy was in. So if I hit this, it killed them both. It also hit here. To take another 9. I really don't want to take 9. My brother just bought me a booster box of Modern Horizons 2 for my birthday. I'm going to draft the crap out of it. Hey, nice. Modern Horizons is cool. It has fetch lands. I think we're about the same age. It just started this year. It's a cool game. Very high powered. Magic? Gonna throw it in there in 10. Okay, throw it in the Hearthstone section. Okay, I'll take a look at it. Evolving Skies values keep going up. Every month they go up. Yeah, I have all of the Evolving Skies alts, except for the Rayquaza, I think. I might be missing one more, maybe like a Duraludon or something. But the Rayquaza was always too much to buy, and I didn't like it as much. So I don't really care that I don't have it. But I bought most of the evolutions. I bought, like even those tanked at one point. Not tanked, but like they weren't like... I bought this bundle off of eBay. Can't see what's in it. It had the Espeon, a Leafeon, and a Sylveon for 120 bucks, including shipping. But it also had a full art Vaporeon, another full art Sylveon, a full art Umbreon, and a full art Suicune. So they were like 40 bucks. They went down to like 40 for the alt art Vs. You have Umbreon? Yeah, I opened Umbreon on stream. There's a clip. Moonbreon maybe? There's a clip of it. But I never wanted to shell out the money to buy one. I think when it released, it was like 100 or 200 bucks or something. And when we opened it, I think it was worth about 500. Like, was kind of like a reasonable price. They were selling for like 500. But I did open a lot of Evolving Skies. I did. That was a fun set to open. I only opened the... Of the VMAX alt arts, I only opened Glaceon and Umbreon. That was it.
A charming composition.
Terpsichore. Alright, I think it's better to kill this one, right?
My hand is full to the brim.
Millhouse in the house.
Kinda dying here, huh? It only deals 6? Alright, let's hope. Do you guys chase the money or the specific art or Pokemon? I mean, you'd like to get the big hits, but everybody likes the evolutions. Those are the cool Pokemon, and they're the most expensive ones as a result. I like other Pokemon too, but in general, I think I just kind of like the alt arts and stuff, especially the ones you could pick up for like 20 or 30 bucks. Always felt like cool. I bought a lot of singles of just like the alt arts. Do you actually sell them? No. Gardevoir and Tyranitar are your favorites. Those are good choices. What am I gaining? 12? That's a problem. Can I shoot his face here instead to gain 8? That's probably better. Go up to 40? I don't mind that. Oh, I don't mind that at all. Wait, that kills him. The value is 0 on anything you don't sell. Is that true? Oh, he hadn't attacked yet? Okay, big misplay there. No reason to draw. You don't need any more cards.
Yado.
I woke up 30 minutes ago and right now I cleaned oh my god. Oh god, sickening. I don't really need to do that. I can play this without the coin if there's something to kill, or I can coin this out. Some of the fan favorite cards just go up, like Umbreon 13 from Neo Discovery has gone up. Yeah, I mean, there was probably 15 or 20 years where you could buy all those cards for nothing because nobody wanted them, you know? So now there's a resurgence, everything spikes, and you know, the world's very different now, so maybe they're not going to go down in the same way. Maybe they'll, you know, trend up for a longer period of time, but sometimes it depends on what time period you're looking at these things. I can't get through that. 4, 5. Guess I can if I do. And do I coin that? And he could like double trade, totem, then I would. Just threw a drowsy at Tristiculate. Oh, I like drowsy. I like that one. Watch this. No, that's not cool. Excadrill era, not cool. What's my favorite Pokemon? Growlithe is my favorite Pokemon. But for collecting Growlithe isn't that fun because there's not that many like very rare or sought after Growlithe cards. For collecting, I think I like to collect Sylveon, Glaceon, and Leafeon the most, probably. I'll take that free kill with this. I thought about using like this and this, but we'll see. Collect Zoodomon and pretend it's a Growlithe. What's Zoodomon? What's your favorite Pokemon that doesn't suck? Just kidding, they're all equally awesome. No, some of them are lame, like the pair of keys, or like the ice cream cone. Let's be honest, those suck. I deal with Leafeon and Glaceon level X's. I don't have the level X's. There's a
I have healing.
there's a Sylveon
Strap yourselves in.
from like the tag team era, where it's with Gardevoir and it's like, I don't know how much it is now, but it was like 120 bucks and I was like, no, I don't want that. Now it's like way more. Tends to be the case with this Pokemon bull crap. How many hero powers do I get? I feel like I'd rather hero power here. So like one in there, one in there. Suppose like that one in there.
Strap yourselves in.
This one there. I guess I'd rather hit this one. And then I can hero power that if he like clears all this. You put an ice cream cone on blast. What did it do to you? It's so dumb. There's one that's like a pair of nuts and bolts or something. These ones do not inspire me. Used to sell Near Mint Rockets Mewtwo EX 99 for 300 and now it's 5 to 600. Yeah, you know, some of them go up. And then, you know, maybe 5 years from now, you'll, you know, it'll be 1,000 and you'll wish you held on. Or maybe it'll be 200 bucks and you're like, hey, at least I got in. Then you can't really know too much. Play the games? Pokemon? I played when I was a kid. Magic, I've kind of played off and on. since I was a kid, but I play like Magic Arena more often. If Pokemon had its own like online client all these years, I maybe they have one now. I might. Pokemon Pocket is kind of boring. I feel like I'm gravitating away from that. I canceled my $10 a month subscription because I was like, I don't even. We'll see. Some of them make you wonder if Kenji was slacking off and suggested random bullshit. You know, as an old guy that played the Pokemon cards, you know, when we was a kid and liked them, if you go back and look at some of the early design, a lot of the early design is crap too. Like, it's just like a snake. This is Ekans, this is a snake. And you know, snake is cooler than an ice cream cone, but a lot of them aren't all that inspirational.
I never make you regret.
Psyduck is, wait for it, never gonna get it, a duck. Yeah. You know, they're nostalgic, original 151 Pokemon. They're nostalgic and stuff. I mean, Charizard, there's like 10 other dragons that look kind of cool. Charizard's fine.
Never be afraid.
You know, like most of them are just like bugs or a pigeon. A rat, like this rat Pokemon is crap. Spearow and Fearow, they're crap. Who else we got? Like Zubat and Golbat, kind of crap, let's be honest. Paris, kind of crap. Diglett, it's fine. Dugtrio is just 3 Diglets. You know, if they just took a Pokemon that was kind of cool from the last, 2 years and just put 3 of them on top of each other, it would be like, that's stupid. Who else we got in here? Bellsprout, I mean, come on, that guy looks like an idiot. I'm gonna say it. Golem just looks like a meatball with arms. Golem's terrible design. Magnemite is the same thing. It's like, okay, we have like a magnet Pokemon and we're just gonna stick 3 of them together. Like, well, yeah, I guess. What can I do? I can shoot there. Do I even want that? I think I'd rather just wake it up. I think. Alright, who else we got? Dodrio, just a Doduo with an extra head. Seal and Dugong is basically the same Pokemon. Grimer and Muck, just a pile of poo. Like literally, there's like, here's a pile of poo. And look, I'm telling you, I love him. Voltorb is just a Pokeball. That's just a goddamn Pokeball. And it's Electrode is just a reverse Pokeball. Tangela, just another pile of spaghetti with legs.
Lord of Skies, hear our plea.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, most people don't even know that Sea King is a Pokemon. Mr. Mime, horrible. Horrible. Honestly, Magmar, kind of garbage. Tauros, get out of here. I don't want that.
Lord of Skies, hear our plea.
Yeah, there's about like 50 of them that are cool. I opened a John Cena downtown the other day. 500 raw. 2,900 PSA 10. I don't know what these cards are. Is that a candy bar? Rip Gen 1. I know, most of them are cool, but like some of them are not so cool.
Do you have anything?
Do you have anything to declare? What's my best draw? Like a travel security maybe into some sort of incredible 8 that he for some reason can't or won't kill?
A charming composition.
Victreebel, it's cool. Yeah, some of them are okay. Kangaskhan always confused me. It's supposed to be a kangaroo? Why does it look like Rhydon? Why is it named after historical warlord Genghis Khan? My favorite is Machoke, who's just a human wrestler, beating the piss out of rats and ice cream cones. Well, not originally. It wasn't ice cream cones originally. Really need to kill that. I also really need to kill that. You know, honestly, I really need to kill that too. When does this go off? Oh, I thought it went off. Yeah, I kind of wanted it to just go off. Shiny Vanillite should have been chocolate. It's purplish. That's a flavor fail right there. That's a hardcore flavor fail. What's up, Arms?
There is little time.
Okay, but I can kill some stuff, can't I? It's 3 AM, what am I doing? You're living your best life, or in this case, maybe your worst life. Well, that's better than a hero power. Now let's do it now. Okay, how badly do I need to kill that? I guess I need to kill this one more. Right, I mean, he can just use this to tank those. 7/9/9s. Maybe I'm just supposed to rip that. Alright, maybe next turn it's like reawaken this, shoot something, and then just go. You've got hella value. I mean, he played a randomly generated nebula. The game ended on that turn. We've kind of been doing nothing since then. I need him to kill all those? I guess he has to, right? Because Terror will at least eat them. Even if he doesn't want to trade with them. Yet I'm still 1 away from killing it. It's a molten.
There is little time.
So do I do that? Or do I do this? Okay, I'm gonna do that to get it off the board. And I guess I'm probably gonna end up shooting its face. And then just hope that enough of the minions can live. Maybe I should have done it this turn. Should I ever shoot this one? Let's do the quick math here. Assume it's 18, 21, 4, 6, 34. You would need 11. We know he has a Molten Rune. Maybe I should just shoot this one. I'm summoning 70 power with the stuff on the board anyway. Oh, but I'm gaining 16, so I'm going up to 50? Maybe you can shoot his face. But I guess if I leave it up, he just trades one off anyway. Either goes face and kills me with like Molten Rune plus another fire spell maybe. Or he just trades one off with his 18, 12. It's gotta be better. I like this board. Yeah, it's possible. What are these? Are they 10s? The devolving's not great. You could have like a freeze. Deal 3 and freeze 1. It's only got 2 mana left here. Just 2.
There is little time.
2 is not a lot, and his board can barely deal with 1 more of these. Another amazing win. That one was pretty amazing. That doesn't happen too much. I applied some more Icy Hot. And I wanted to wash my hands twice after that. I thought I could make it back though. I heard people were fighting at Costco over these valuable Pokemon. I think those were actually different ones. I think that was a different set. I don't think that was even prismatic. Okay, I would like different hand. All right, I really would. I'm always kind of looking for Corpsicle there, but let's just take this now. Because if I play this, I can't play that next turn. It's 2 extra times, more than you normally do. No, I normally wash once. So I kind of washed my hands 3 times. 1 for the restroom, then to apply Icy Haunt, then a second time because I don't want that stuff on my hands. I'm scared. You like rub my eye and end up in the emergency room or something. Sorry, Cantaloupe is doing an SNES game tier list. Okay, what am I doing here?
A charming composition.
Soul Cage could be okay. This can be okay. We haven't seen the demons yet, which makes me nervous. Alright, let's take Eternal Layover and go face. And then if he just clears this board, we might have to lay over here. It gives us an extra corpse of hero power first, so we'll do that. Can play that and that. Could try to just do this. Save that for 9. Try to just play this. Try to save that for 10. If I was doing those, if I was considering doing those things, maybe it's something like this. Keep a little bit of shitters. It's a little hard to get away from this next turn. Suppose I could do this in hero power, and then I could do that on 9. Give up on that. Standard finally broke our boy. Cantaloupe's been doing some arena. Said this.
Nothing gets.
Man, how many games did we play? 6, 8, 9? 9 games? 3 or 4 Kill Jadens on turn 6 or 7. Plus some of those other games we played. Two games that were probably exponentially more difficult than a Kill Jaden early. An early Kill Jaden. Okay, change of plans.
My collection is ever growing.
Nothing gets
Catch your eye.
Let's do it like this. Save that to like shoot something behind a taunt or maybe for some surprise face damage. Punished. He was punished there. Remember, just because you discover a buffed Kill Jaden and play it on curve doesn't mean you necessarily get a free win. It just feels that way a lot of the time.
Existence is pain. So is teaching you.
It's not a bad 4 if I get a trade with it here.
nothing gets past my hounds.
That is the least valuable trade for him. It's the only one that removes no power, and also this order is precarious. It's like he got rewarded there with a 0 mana 5/5, but okay. I should count, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 13, 18.
Nice.
It's gotta be lethal, right? Yeah.
Watch out! Watch out!
Why do I want?
Josh, thank you for the 36 months.
And your neck.
Feeling sore.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they could get there. If they trade off the security, maybe, although they... You could have traded the 5/5. Yeah, he shouldn't have traded the 8/8 that turn. And when you have Kill Jaden, any draw can be so impactful, because he was already at +4/+4, right? So his next one would have been +6/+6, which means you could have like a 10, 16 that has lifesteal then and effectively charge, right? So it's like... Yeah, if I get one of my 6 Dreadhounds, this hand could be okay. You know, just one more draw might be like effectively a full clear and a full heal, so. A lot of times games feel like a foregone conclusion that you've lost, there's nothing you can do. If you've got to Kill Jaden and +6/+6, you can get some, you know, pretty absurd things. I got insanely lucky, the little tentacles from Watcher played for my team. Hey, you know, cherish it, because you're gonna get unlucky an exponentially higher percentage of the time, probably, or at least it's gonna feel that way. So when you get lucky, consider it deserved. I was 8-0, feeling confident for my first 12-0, then I went 8-3. Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah, that'll happen. And then you queue into Cyan Hawk and you realize you never stood a chance. You realize they have drafted 25 decks today. I hate how that one drop killed 3 of my minions. One of them had a death rattle. I really do. That being said, you know, they play a 3 mana 6/6 taunt. That's kind of cool. This could have been a better sequence of draws, however. We did keep that, but we also drew 4 unplayable cards here.
Always hungry for more.
I always make sure to drop a well played when mages kill my entire board for 3 mana. That takes a lot of thought. I mean, I don't, you know, people are gonna draft it if it's a good card or if it's a broken card or whatever. Shame on Blizzard for enabling this experience for 6 weeks or whatever. Shame on Blizzard, I say. I mean, I can play this, but let's be real. He's just gonna devolve it or reverberate it. Or trade it or whatever. I mean, that's fine too. Best case scenario for us, I guess, is that he does nothing, but most realistically, he trades it and then, you know, just kills it with something. Whatever we roll, unless we giga high roll. I mean, could be security. Northern Nav. On a Corpsicle. Safer, but I guess there's a chance the security sticks and we want to split it. Play with our dongle for a moment. Still there. I want a hero power, but I gotta spread, right? It's time to spread.
Nothing gets
Just gonna open for a rush. Troublemaker. They're good too. H-Ted couldn't be good. Now I want the now I want the Soul Cage back. Mage is cooked? It's a mage. Are they ever really cooked? Polymorph 1, devolve the board. It's possible.
Nature, all flourish under my care.
No one can hear my screams. Thing is, once the mage gets really far behind, it is hard for them to come back sometimes. Maybe they have the 3 mana 3/4 and, you know, whatever, they generate a malted magma, or they generate like generate a malted magma, right? 0 mana, just everything dies. That can happen.
You fight me, you get burned. Turn it up.
Turn it up, turn it up.
Liado.
Life shall bring victory.
Will serve me in death.
Always serve. Lord Duck. Lawn Duck. I could keep these two, but I think our deck really wants to hit the handlers. Maybe Purifier would be fun, right? Buster Scruggs. Is that me? I never saw Buster Scruggs. You think I should watch that? Nah. No, maybe I will. Not gonna lie, an 8-win priest is kind of scary. I mean, everybody's deck is crazy at every level of every game, you know what I mean? I'd much rather play a priest at 8 than
Clean up this mess.
a mage or a shaman or Death Knight. He might beat us, but honestly, I'd rather lose to a priest too. Like, I'd rather lose to a priest. What the hell? Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome, baby. Maybe they put in like 7 Helias. It's a movie that's made up of a bunch of short films. The Buster Scruggs one is amazing. The rest I can take or leave. On Curve. Yeah, that's sweet. Hopefully it doesn't have another one of those. Kind of felt like that was coming, huh? I was getting 2 of those, that'd be kind of nifty. Love seeing that. I get them to draw more plagues, and I get more Helias when I randomly generate a Helia than when I draft one and shuffle in 21 plagues yesterday, and they didn't draw one. I mean, they drew like 1 eventually, but I think they had 21 plagues in there at one point. Give me a little bit of help. That doesn't help me.
Nothing gets
Yeah, I thought it was short films. How many short films? Is that the Coen brothers as well? Could be helpful.
How about a new
Okay, I'll take it. All things considered. Uses up his whole turn and uses his whole board. And I can
charming
do
composition?
this. Make us draw. I could be the only one to draw. Or I could try to kill 2 things. Could be getting plagues. I don't feel like this might be better for me.
Is eternal.
We'll see. I don't have to do it right now. If I could shuffle more plagues into his deck, I have Down with the Ship and I have 6 more cards that have been converted into random DK cards, so it's possible I have 6 more Helias in the deck. Unlikely, but it is technically possible. It was unlikely that I had 1 Helia, probably.
Witness true arcane magic.
Who's he getting back? Wait, he's gonna draw plagues. The poor befuddled fool.
How enigmatic.
Darn it. Wait, what? He didn't draw plagues. 3,
My collection is ever growing.
4.
One catch your eye?
Plague him. Yes!
That feels good.
That does feel good. There's 5 or 6 of them. Was it the Coen brothers that did it? Or am I making that up?
Witness.
If the Coen brothers did it, then I'll probably like at least pretend to like it. Shit. Plague him. Come on. Your whole deck is spells, but not plagues? How? How can this be? How can this be? 3, 5. Hold on. I'm short mana, but it kind of is what it is. 4, 8, 10, 11. 4, 8, 10, 11. There's 2 more plagues in his deck. 2 more. He might die before he gets a turn. Darn. God, I want to do this. Kill him with plagues. Double the damage of your what and your who now? Fortunately, I have lethal. Is there any way I can do this? Both players draw 2. Oh, he doesn't even have space. Man, that's kind of crazy. He drew 4 extra spells Didn't hit a single plague.
ヤード
Little LT. Yeah, why wouldn't it let me do that one? Liked all of them. Chat did great that day. Finally, chat came through. Well, we have played a lot of handlers. For as many handlers as this deck has, I don't feel like we've been playing a bunch of handlers. Remember, 1/5 of the entire deck are Dreadhound handlers. And I don't mean just on like turn 1 and 2. It just feels like, yeah, playing a few here or there. I'm not gonna not play that. I'm assuming I'm giving him a minion, but can't stop that. CD is always in your opening hand. I've kept it a few times. So if he's hitting here and I can double trade him, that would be okay. He can coin a 5. Oh, that's kind of bad. That is kind of bad, huh? I need a Corpsicle. So hit Hero Power, discover Corpsicle, or draw Dreadhound or something like that. Mosh Pit. I mean, that removes 5 instead of 4. And then I suppose these still trade into this, so maybe. Nice curve. Yeah, I mean, you really don't want to be playing this on curve. Unless you're talking about his. He's had a nice curve. 1 drop, 2 drop. I guess 2 drop on 3. No. When did he play the Workhorse? Oh no, he just played that. 3 drop on 3. Stable hand. I mean, he's doing stuff, right?
Nothing gets.
We just hope that a hunter can't deal with this. My body, using my back and my butt. Big money, big money. Eh. Better than the 5/5 I got.
You think this is your time?
This is my time. KBB24_ Mamba_forever. Thank you very much for your raid. Appreciate that. Hope you had a good stream. I actually am gonna keep this. He plays a taunt. I'm just gonna try to kill the taunt. It's kind of nice because, I guess you can yodel it. You can't trade it off.
ヤード
I can't believe I have to go back to eating lunch. I used to be able to sustain myself with caffeine. Yeah, you know, something about working, being on your feet for, 4 or 5 hours really makes you need to eat lunch. Matt, points, please. You know what? You earned those points by believing in Redbeard. Noob Master, thank you for your follow. Noob Master. Do we have a will we go 12 wins bet? We do. Alright, you guys can bet on 12. I would caution you against betting on going 12 with this start, but maybe we, stabilize? Why are you so bad? Because I'm like Michael Jackson bad, which really means good. This ain't good. Why am I single? I mean, who says I am? As BS as Mage and Shaman are right now, I think Mosh Pit, Death Growl are such BS cards. Every time I lose to a DK, it feels like it's either to those or to Horizon's Edge. Well, Horizon's Edge isn't draftable anymore. That statement, I think, was sure 3 weeks or a month ago. Now, if you lose to a DK, it's usually assimilating Blight, in my opinion. But yes, I agree they are kind of BS cards. I think Yodeler is the one that I would say is much more of a BS card than the others. Deathgrowl maybe is like spread it to 1 minion, not 2. Mosh Pit, I don't know what you do with a card like Mosh Pit. I don't know, you could just tempo this. I'm gonna try to eat something, I don't know what. Would I buy Dreads' OnlyFans? No. And if I was forced to look at it for like 10 minutes a day, I would consider some amount of money to not have to look. Like I'd pay to not look. I don't know how much. $5 a month though, definitely on the table. If you're saying like, hey, you're gonna be forced to watch it. I need a lot of corpses here. I didn't even know I'm never offered DK. That's unkind. Yeah, they removed Horizon's Edge and they drastically reduced the rate of travel security. This deck notwithstanding, it's much lower frequency. Most decks don't have it anymore. Which makes cards, funny enough, cards like Deathgrowl and Mosh Pit actually feel a lot more fair because there's not as many travel securities, there's not as much payoff for those cards specifically. I know I'm giving up my my thing, but I think I need to get the corpses for the Airlock Breach next turn. Not that bad because the cards only work well on Death Rattle minions, obviously, but when they have it, it's like, nope, I didn't want to win anyways. Yeah, there's just like, those cards, it's funny, those cards really aren't that problematic. Mr. Hero Power, I'm not sure if you're listening. I'm getting the impression you're not. But I also understand now that you are quite bad at this game. I would ask more questions and type fewer gibberish. But I do talk for a reason. I don't know why you would not listen and type. What does my poop smell like? You know what? I think it smells like poop. I think it smells like poop, probably. Roses? Do roses? They decay and they start smelling bad at some point, don't they? Roses covered in poop. Ay, ay, ay.
Nothing gets
Nothing gets past. Outcast did once say that, I think. I think Outcast did say that. I think you're right, actually. Sandalwood. Sandalwood? It's in here? Opposite here? Kinda helpful.
presentation is everything.
Some may say less helpful.
Existence is pain. So is teaching you.
Good old mage. They get to kill it all for free. Repeatedly. I'm actually only getting 5 3/7s, so that's you know. I'm not actually losing any board space, any minions. What do you think the next rotation sets? I'm glad to see they didn't include Titans again. I like this more. I would much rather have standard sets in. just mixing in like Descent of Dragons just feels bad. Because it's like, I get Descent of Dragons cards and my opponent just blows me away with chalices and things. So I don't love that. Oh, is this awake? Okay, that is awake. So I don't know exactly what I'm doing. Oh, he has another, he still has the Molten Rune? Or did he, oh no, he forged that. Okay. Oh, no, 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 I want to reborn this. If I'm trading, we want to do it like that. Wasn't that the point of the curated pool, to decrease the difference in deck qualities? I think so. I think in some ways, yeah. That's kind of cute. Okay, so what am I doing? I guess I'm doing this. Playing that at some point. I guess I'm trading that to try to get a play for this turn, which I did. We want that to go in. We want that to go in. We want to hit here. Pressure the cheese. Pressure the cheese. Yeah.
A simple spit.
Guess they just didn't want to maintain the curated pool. What they should have is, you know, 4 different curated pools they could rotate in and out. Seems unfortunate depending on what he got here.
Never give up. Run away.
リヤード
Of course it's a mage again. I mean, come on. At this point, to not expect a mage is a little presumptuous. I'd prefer not to play against a mage, but
Ew. Clean up this mess.
I pretty much expect a mage at every stage of every run. At any time it's not a mage and they don't start with Chalice, I'm just pleasantly surprised. It's not very often. Not very often do you feel pleasantness. Thank you, Exhibit. I missed that. So sorry for the 25 bits. Very cool. Very cool. Appreciate that. Could have been a Helion curve. Was expecting a shaman. Yeah, lots of shamans. I don't know what the percentage is. It feels like it's like 60% mage, like 20% shaman.
Are you not entertained?
Find that. Let's see what's in here. Kind of like a ghoul's night. I don't want to trade. Don't want to do it. Feels fair. So what am I gonna do? I can't do these two, right? That's not how that works. Will cost me 6 corpses and then I won't be able to trigger it. I could play those two. But I think I'd rather just put 10 power on the board rather than 7 that can be reverberated. You could also play Ghoul's Night. Just hit him. I could do these two maybe. Q was longer than the game. My magic would tear you apart. Sorry, joke. Sorry, Joker. That's just the way Redbeard rolls. C&E doesn't. My quiver only has +1 projectile skills. I'm not sure if mine has any. My quivers freaking stink. But my Hearthstone Arena run was pretty good.